Hey everyone, it's Dustin Meyer, and this is the vlog for the, I don't know, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever. Sorry if there's a little bit of echo. I'm in a different room, in my consultation room. Just thought it'd be nice to have a different bit of scenery. So I think last time in the last entry I did, we talked about, how busy it is right now, and it's, Memorial Day weekends coming up. So a lot of seniors that I do a lot of senior like graduation portraits and whatnot. A lot of that's coming to an end, and we are starting to get ready for the upcoming class of 2018. We're also getting a lot of calls for weddings and stuff, some for spring of next year, and then also some last minute brides and grooms calling around for their weddings in the fall. So it's production wise, we've got client albums and stuff that we're working on, and but for the most part, the shooting process of it, it's kind of a little bit of a break for the next week or so, and it's kind of nice. I'm looking forward to the 3-day weekend with my wife and kids. Also, I'm actually excited for them to be out of school. I know that they're just going nuts. And I think, the wife and I are too as well. And it'll just be nice to be able to spend some time with them, I think that, in previous videos, I talked about, recharging your emotional batteries. And for me, that's spending time with family or reading a book, or just, no screen time, I think is what people call it, which is ironic because I'm shooting a video right now. But you know what I mean, spending less time on the phone, on the computer, all those sorts of things, which for me is really hard. But I find that the less I'm staring at some kind of screen and the more I'm outside or having conversations and socializing and stuff, the better I feel, the less stressed out I am, all that sort of thing. So, oh yeah, and before I forget, let me show you guys something. So I graduated back in 2002 from St. Edward's University with my degree in photography, and I've moved a few times since then. But so of course, I can't find my old, degree, and it's but as creative types and stuff, I think, that's understandable. But anyways, so I ordered a new copy and I need to get it framed, but check it out. It doesn't say photography, it just says Bachelor of Arts. But one thing that I am particularly proud of is, make sure you guys can actually see that, there we go, is, see where it says summa cum laude? I actually did good on my grades. It was really when I got into photography after I switched majors from the opera program at SMU. It's, I finally felt like I got into my passion. And after, 15 years of doing this, I find like a lot of other people, we get into this business because we're passionate about it, because we're creative, we like working with people. And I think that's the same with, a lot of other people that start their own businesses. And however, I think over time we kind of lose sight of it, why we got into this in the first place. Having summer coming up, spending time with the family, for me, that's a great time for me to actually kind of reconnect with the whole reasons why I work so hard. And a lot of times I feel like, all the stuff that stresses us out and everything forces us to kind of focus a little too much on the details, the little nitty-gritty stuff throughout the day, and we kind of lose sight of the bigger picture. I kind of refer to it like, you're deep in the trenches, you don't really see where you're going. All you know is you just keep digging and digging and digging, and your peripheral vision is blocked and you can't see the world outside and everything else. So for me, summer and holidays, vacations and stuff is a great time for me to kind of get out of that trench and see the world around me and experience it with the people that I love. It gives me an opportunity to be able to have more creative time for myself, get to work on projects that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. Don't get me wrong, I'm not always the best when it comes to actually doing the projects for myself that I want to do, or at least getting them started. But this summer, I think I really need that. I think I've been needing that time for myself where I'm, spending time just doing something that interests me, that's something that allows me to exercise my creativity, because I'm really worried about my creativity becoming atrophied. And so being able to go out there and just try something new, maybe it's just go shoot stuff with film all summer, or a really old camera. I've got like an old Nikon FG, I think, and I love that camera. I'll put a link to it in the comment or in the description below, just so you guys can check it out. I also love doing landscape photos, especially when I go to new places and stuff. And I've been doing HDR for several years now, and I really enjoy it. It's something completely different from what I do day to day for my business. I think the other really cool thing about it too is that when you go out there and you try new stuff and you really find that you enjoy it and you get a knack for it and you understand it, eventually that kind of merges with what you do for your day-to-day business. I think maybe a while back I had mentioned that since I started doing HDR, I started for myself. I eventually started kind of testing it out at weddings and stuff, like for the inside of the reception venue or outside if there's like a pretty sunset or whatever, just something like an environmental portrait, landscape, just something to show off the place where they got married. And I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise, but to me it was. My clients loved it and the venues loved it because it was something totally different. Something that a lot of other studios didn't really offer, and it kind of injected that whole passion of doing something new, something different for me into something that I had already been doing for a really long time, like shooting weddings and events and stuff. So I was able to take something new that I discovered that I really liked, that was, I guess, just expanding that network of creativity, that web, and then putting it into something that I had already been doing for a long time. And being able to get that affirmation from my clients just meant so much to me. It just reaffirmed me that this other thing that I was doing, the landscape HDR stuff, which I was nervous about, not really sure if I was good at it or if it even looked good or whatever, but getting affirmation from clients that saw it, and despite the fact it was something completely different than what they expected, and especially, or not especially, but in addition to that, the venues as well, they loved it. I took something new that I really liked and showed it to other people, and they liked it, and I liked it, and everything just worked out, really great. It made me feel really good, and it showed me that I'm not outdated, that I'm still creative, that I can still try and do new things, that I don't have to worry about going on autopilot when I do pictures and work with clients and stuff like that. So, and I think that's really important in running our business. I think that we have to constantly be expanding, what we do. I know there's two sides of the coin when it comes to deciding what kind of photography you want to do. Some people specialize only in weddings or only in newborns, and that's awesome, because if that's all you do, then you're either super amazing at what you do or you'll get there really quick because that's your specialty. There's other studios that do a wide variety of stuff. Like for me, I do weddings, I do seniors, I do commercial photography, editorial, architecture, real estate, headshots, on and on. And the reason why I did that is for me, I needed that diversity in order to keep me going. That's what I love. Whether it's editing an album one day and then the next day I'm working on editing a music video or whatnot. So it's, I don't know, I feel like I'm in a good place. So, okay, here's your homework. I want to hear something that you guys are looking forward to for this summer, and even better, what you might have in store for yourself as far as maybe creative projects. And I'd also love to hear about what you're hoping to get out of it, as well as, why you feel like you need this. I'd love to hear what you got to say in the comments. Make sure to like and also subscribe if you want. That would be really cool, because then you'll be able to keep up when I put out a new vlog entry or if I put out a slideshow for a wedding. All right, guys, it's Friday and Memorial Day is this weekend. So enjoy your 3-day weekend and I'll see you next time.